So that time, Quentin Tarantino gave me the nicest brush off I'd ever gotten. So we're approaching the Cannes Film Festival, which for me was my mountaintop moment. And I figured it was a good time to share a couple stories. I have some really cool stories from there. So it's my first year at the Cannes Film Festival, and I'm there as a part of the Kodak American Pavilion Student Filmmaker Program. So that year, Quentin Tarantino happened to be the festival jury president. So everybody's buzzing and trying to figure out how they can meet Quentin Tarantino. Why? Just because it's Quentin Tarantino, this is post-Kill Bill, and we're all film students. We're excited. And over the course of the time when we were there was only one student at this point who had successfully run into Quentin Tarantino. However, she was so excited that, the story goes, she interrupted a conversation between him and two big people in the middle of the Ritz-Carlton lobby, and he goes ballistic on her, which seems appropriate for him. And she apparently left in tears. So at that point, everybody's a little scared, like, even if we see him, what are we gonna say? So upon the last couple days there, I actually did happen to see Quentin Tarantino in the lobby of the Ritz-Carlton, and I get excited. I'm like, I gotta figure this out. I gotta talk to the dude. And I already had my script laid out. It was my film professor, Edward McDougal, who told me to have a script already in mind. And it goes something like this. Hey, such and such, I greatly admire your work. I'm such a fan. And if there was ever a possibility for me to sit under the feet of a master craftsman like yourself, I would jump at the possibility. I would love to be of service. Boom. The other thing that I learned is when you're trying to interface with somebody of prominence at one of these festivals, whether it's an agent, manager, celebrity, whoever, is you don't want to get mixed in the crowd. So what my technique was, is eventually I know this person has to leave. And I know they're not leaving through the front door. So I need to find out where their exit is going to be. So what I did is I ran all over the Ritz-Carlton, looking up all the different exits and entrances and wondering which one would be the most likely for somebody of Quentin Tarantino's stature to leave, because he's not going through the front door. And obviously for me, it made sense. Oh, it's going to be the service elevator. So what I did is I waited at that service elevator. I don't know if I waited for a half hour. I kept running back and forth to make sure he didn't go out the front door. And eventually he comes to the service elevator by himself. He jumps into the elevator and I come on after him, and it's just me, him, in the elevator. And I hit him with the script. Hey Quentin, so great to meet you. I'm a film student. I love your work, blah, 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 blah. If I could sit under the feet of a master craftsman, I would greatly appreciate it, blah, 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 blah. And he stopped and he was like, you know, I so appreciate it. Put the hand on, hold on, I so appreciate that. I really do. Unfortunately, I just really don't have the bandwidth right now. But, you know, whatever you're doing, keep at it, you know, and I wish you really good luck. And he got off the elevator. But that moment for me was like, that's how you turn somebody down. That's how you see somebody who has a dream of becoming what you are and following your path. That's how you turn them down with respect. Another person who actually did something very similar was Reggie Hudlin. He had a very similar response when I hit him with the script at the American Black Film Festival again, and I hit him in the middle of a party. But I appreciate and have learned to appreciate those people in those prominent positions who can still appreciate what it's like to be somebody who's hungry and somebody's pursuing, because I've also run into some pretty prominent directors and celebrities whom, if I mention their names, you'd be maybe a little bit shocked and surprised that they weren't nice or gracious, you know, even to somebody, another black, upcoming and hopeful filmmaker, right? But for me, that's the lesson. That's what I hope to be one day. The sort of person who, you know, is in a position of prominence, and you can't help everybody, but if I can't help you, I can also not harm you. I cannot discourage you. I cannot make you feel less than by approaching, you know, and being able to, you know, leave somebody with their spirits picked up. That's a good trait. That's a good skill to have.